The Hsinta Thermal Power Plant is located in Yong'an District, Kaohsiung City, bordered by Hsinta Fishing Port to the north, Yong'an Wetland to the south, and facing the Taiwan Strait to the west. The plant is divided into two sections. The first section covers an area of 148 hectares, with a total installed capacity of 2.1 million kilowatts, and is surrounded mainly by salt fields and fish ponds. The second section covers 78.6 hectares, with a total installed capacity of 2.2 million kilowatts. The combined installed capacity of the two sections is approximately 4.3 million kilowatts, ranking just behind the Taichung Power Plant with 5.780 million kilowatts and the Dayton Power Plant with 4.9842 million kilowatts, making it the third largest thermal power plant in Taiwan. The 1970s marked a critical period for Taiwan's heavy industry development. Major projects such as China Steel, China Shipbuilding, the petrochemical industry, and the port of Kaohsiung were successively completed, leading to a doubling of power demand in southern Taiwan. Although the Southern Thermal Power Plant and the Talin Power Plant, with piling works participated in by the RSEA Engineering Agency, was already in operation, they were still insufficient to meet the growing demand. Consequently, the Hsinta Thermal Power Plant was established in response. In August 1978, the RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the construction of the Hsinta Thermal Power Plant. To prepare the site for the plant facilities and deepen the coastal area, sand was dredged from the sea using discharge pipes and used for land reclamation. Bulldozers and scrapers were employed to level the ground. Large components of the power units were gradually transported from the port of Kaohsiung to the construction site. To stabilize the coastline, RSEA Engineering Agency's staff first dumped large quantities of coral stones along the shore and then constructed protective embankments. In 1979, the RSEA Engineering Agency carried out the excavation of the intake and outlet structures, along with the culverts for the cooling water system of the power units. Construction workers first drove steel sheet piles along both sides of the designated route, excavated the sand and gravel within, placed rebar cages, and poured concrete to complete the base slab. They then continued excavating the remaining sand and gravel to construct the canal walls, and finally installed the cover slabs. In 1979, after the locations of various facilities for Unit 1, such as the turbine hall, the pulverizer in the boiler house, and the electrostatic precipitator, were confirmed, the subsequent work began. The RSEA Engineering Agency began the plant's underground construction works. First, sand compaction piles were driven into the designated plant area. Sand and gravel were inserted into the ground through outer casings, which were then withdrawn while compacting the sand through repeated tamping to reinforce the soil's bearing capacity. Subsequently, steel pipe piles were driven at the positions of the power units. These piles, made by welding multiple sections of steel pipes together, were driven deep into the ground. After the piles were installed, soil and groundwater inside the piles were excavated and removed, rebar cages were placed, and concrete was poured. Upon completion of this underground phase, surface construction began. Using heavy machinery, the RSEA Engineering Agency excavated excess soil between the steel piles. Wooden boards were used as barriers around the perimeter, while gravel and reinforcing steel were placed between each pile, followed by repeated concrete pouring to complete the foundations for the power units. Finally, load tests were conducted to ensure that the foundations could safely support the weight of the units. In 1980, the RSEA Engineering Agency carried out the erection of the chimney towers and the steel structures for the power units. Both Unit 1 and Unit 2 each had a chimney, with each chimney standing 250 meters tall, making them the tallest chimneys in Taiwan at the time. Units 1 and 2 shared a single chimney tower. In addition, large components for the units were continuously transported via flat-bottomed barges landing at a temporary wharf and then moved to the respective plant areas for installation. These components included the steam drums, main transformers, high-pressure heaters, and others. In 1982, the coal unloading dock and offshore trestle at the Hsinta Power Plant were completed. Due to the limited land area during the early phase of the plant's development, the open-air coal yard was relatively small. After being imported, most of the coal required for the units was stored at the Talin power plant, with a portion transferred via a transshipment dock to the Hsinta Power Plant. Each barge could transport 10,000 tons of coal per trip. The coal was unloaded at the coal dock and transported via a coal conveyor belt across the offshore trestle to the open-air coal yard located on the southern side of the plant. Each day, the coal needed for power generation was excavated using stacker reclaimers and delivered to the daily coal bunkers. The plant was equipped with 4 coal-fired generating units. In September 1982, Unit 1 of the Hsinta Power Plant officially entered commercial operation, followed by the grid connection and commercial operation of Unit 2 in 1983. Both units had an installed capacity of 500,000 kilowatts each. In June 1985, Unit 3 was connected to the grid and began commercial operation, followed by Unit 4 in April 1986. Both Units 3 and 4 had an installed capacity of 550,000 kilowatts each. The total installed capacity of the 4 units reached 2.1 million kilowatts, significantly alleviating the electricity demand in southern Taiwan at the time. The foundation of the Hsinta Thermal Power Plant was built by RSEA Engineering Agency's staff, who reclaimed land from the sea on what was once a marshland. It stands as a remarkable achievement of the RSEA Engineering Agency, constructing a major power plant entirely from the ground up. After 1997, 5 additional gas-fired combined cycle units were installed at the Hsinta Power Plant, with a total installed capacity of 2.2 million kilowatts. Unlike the previous 4 units, these new units primarily use natural gas as fuel, supplied by the Yong'an LNG terminal, which was also constructed by the RSEA Engineering Agency. With the expansion, the total installed capacity of the Hsinta Power Plant reached 4.3 million kilowatts, capable of generating approximately 23 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity annually. In 2008, the offshore coal unloading dock, connecting trestle, and 4 indoor coal bunkers were completed at the Hsinta Power Plant. The new system, with a storage capacity of 640,000 tons of coal, allows for 1 month's worth of full load operation for the 4 coal-fired generating units. The new coal unloading system uses a continuous type unloader to extract coal from the coal ships and transport it to the coal bunkers for storage. The entire process is enclosed, significantly reducing the pollution caused by coal dust emissions. Hsinta Power Plant is the 3rd largest thermal power plant in Taiwan. As we enjoy the comforts brought by energy, we should be grateful for the wisdom, planning, and efforts of the Thai Power personnel. We should also continuously honor the RSEA Engineering Agency workers for their hardships in reclaiming land from the sea and their contributions to Taiwan's infrastructure development.